Okay, fire away.
Do you feel like your team improved tonight?
No, we were better than we were the other night, that's for sure. I thought we played faster, played with more energy, shared the ball better. You know, we were just so dead, I thought, after watching tape the other night, and I thought we looked more athletic tonight. So, I mean, I'm nothing to get giddy over, but we were a much better team tonight.
Like the ball movement for this early?
For the most part. You know, but when it moves the best is when we have veterans out there, and so although Carlton is a pretty good passer, you know, he'll throw that high-low regardless if it's open or not. But he's a pretty good passer, so there's pretty good ball movement out there, and because you know we got a lot of vets out there. But I think we had 32 baskets and had 27 assists, so that's pretty good. That's real good.
Challenge your small forwards. Do you see better defensive energy from them?
Yeah, a lot better. Wayne was a lot better tonight. You know, he didn't. You know, obviously something's going on with his free throws in his head, but he'll get that corrected. But he was a lot better. You know, he didn't rebound the ball, you know, tonight at all. That's something that he's got to do with that body. But you know, I thought Frank, and Devontae were all better, and Svi. Those four guys were all better.
Do you like seeing him flying through the stands like that in any kind of game, or is that just him?
Well, it's only happened a couple of times that I can remember, but he's taken out two of our biggest donors on those two attempts. So I don't know who he got today, but they said he caught him square, and you know, he got Brandmeier last time with the foot to the head. So, but those plays, I mean, I like those kind of plays, hustle plays like that.
Well, did Steve make shots? Did he play well, or did a little bit of both?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I thought he played better. You know, so much on shooters. You know, they play well if they make shots. You know, he and Brandon, even though I would hate to be labeled, well, if I made shots, I played well. If I don't make shots, I don't play well. But the reality is that'll be their role to come in and make shots. And you know, Brandon couldn't play because of his hip for whatever reason. He was fine earlier today. He was fine at the pre-shoot around, and he goes out to warm up, and he said something with his hip didn't feel right. So we held him, but we got to have at least one of those guys, and hopefully both be instant offense off the bench for us. There's not too many teams that potentially, doesn't mean they're going to do it, but potentially can have two shooters like that coming off the bench.
Kind of experimented with some different lineups. I guess you played Perry at the 3 for a few minutes, and
it was okay.
Yeah, and then Wayne at the 1 for a little bit. Did you see what you wanted to see, or
what I really think needs to happen is Frank and Devontae need to stay out of foul trouble, because we're better when one of those guys is always in the game, without question. But Wayne needs to be able to play. You know, he's not a point guard, but he needs to be able to be an emergency point guard for us. And we need to be able to play big, some. I don't know how much. And Perry will get good at that. I didn't think he was bad tonight at all by any stretch, but I still think he's more natural, you know, playing the 4. But we were able to experiment some. And, you know, with Landon's ankle tweaked a little bit, and with Brandon out, and, of course, Shaq not playing, and you know, we weren't as deep a team. It wasn't that hard to get guys in, you know, like I hope it will be when we have all our pieces.
anything else?
What about speed do you like about his shot? Is it?
Well, tonight it went in. So there's some nights I don't like it much, but tonight I liked it. You know, but he's got a good stroke. I mean, he's got a good stroke. He's a good shooter, but he's probably not quite pure yet. He's not. But he could become a pure shooter. I mean, he's not far off from being at that Brandon Green level, in my opinion. Brandon's about as pure as anybody that I've coached. When he takes a good shot, you know, I think it's got a 60–70% chance to go in. And Svi's not quite there yet, but Svi could become a great shooter.
Is he a good passer?
I think that his thoughts are good. I don't think his execution's always great, but I do think he thinks the right plays, but he gets sped up and sometimes turns it over at a little bit too frequent a pace. But he's going to, I mean, he's just turned 18 years old. He's going to be a great player.
the right time to start the regular season? Do you feel like?
No, I wish we had another 4 or 5 days. Like we got in a lot of stuff today before the game in a shoot-around situation. And when I say a lot of stuff, special situations, just going over stuff. But not that we'll still have to go over it as reminders. But I wish we had a few more days. But everybody starts now, so everybody's playing with the same deck of cards. But I think our guys will be real excited to play.
You feel that way every year?
Yeah, I never feel we're ready to play. Never, ever. There's been some times where I thought we played. I know at Illinois we played Gonzaga when they were really, really good in the in our opener, and there was so much pressure on us to be good because of that one game. We actually really, really, really were prepared. Last year I thought that we put we're playing Kentucky the second game, and there was so much, we had to work so hard to be prepared for that game, and you guys saw just how prepared we were in that particular ball game. So I think that playing a good team like Michigan State early is something that forces you to be prepared, and then the Northern Colorado, who's got they're well coached, they got a nice club. You got to be sure and approach that the right way, because your first game to me is your most dangerous game, because they basically can do things that you haven't seen yet. So I think our first 2 games are really hard.
Could you comment why you didn't wear a tie tonight?
I did wear a tie, and I thought it looked absolutely awful when I put it on. I guess I picked it out in the dark or something, because I didn't think it matched at all. So that was this. I think this is the first time I've ever done this, wear a jacket without a tie in my coaching career. But it wasn't because I wanted to. It was because I just didn't. I thought I'd get a lot more comments on how bad the tie looked than I will on why didn't you wear a tie. So I just went with that.
Did you throw it out, or you just don't have to?
No, it's actually a nice tie. It just doesn't go with this color at all. So hopefully I find something else I can wear with it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.